Hey everyone, let's dive straight into today's explainer. You know how sometimes a tiny internet disagreement just totally spirals out of control? Well, today we're taking a deep analytical dive into a digital sketch from the Nicky Verse that does exactly that. It's called Upload the Damn Edit, and man, it packs a serious punch. I am super excited to unpack this with you guys, because what looks like just a silly squabble on the surface actually holds some fantastic tension and structural storytelling.
So, here's our roadmap for dissecting this whole thing. We've got 1. Analyzing the title, 2. The core plot, 3. A scene-by-scene breakdown, 4. Analyzing those key quotes, 5. What happens next, and 6. Our summary and final thoughts.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, analyzing the title and the weird discrepancy of Episode 4 versus 5.
Right out of the gate, we've got a really compelling little metadata mystery. If you check out the official Nicky Verse source documents, Upload the Damn Edit is actually listed as Season 32, Episode 4 in one place and Episode 5 in another. But honestly, regardless of where it officially sits on the timeline, just look at the raw emotion in that title. Upload the Damn Edit. It's aggressive, right? It perfectly sets the stage and throws us instantly into this headspace of total, urgent frustration before the story even starts.
Moving right along to Section 2. The core plot, or as we like to call it, the anatomy of a digital dispute.
This plot brilliantly highlights that classic modern tension we all know so well. Audience entitlement crashing headfirst into creator burnout. Let's walk through it. Step 1, the notification. Scampi gets a ping, he jumps up, he is so pumped for this specific edit he requested. But then, Step 2 hits, the re-upload realization. He hits play and instantly realizes it's just old, recycled filler content from last week. And boom, Step 3, the doorstep confrontation. He literally grabs his coat and physically marches over to the editor's house. It is a crazy fast journey from sheer excitement to just absolute fiery outrage.
Which brings us to Section 3, our scene-by-scene breakdown, working as a relentless 4-act structure.
The crucial thing here is the timeline that just mercilessly drives this confrontation forward. Let's track Scampi's escalating temper across these 4 distinct spaces. Around minute 1, we get the discovery in his bedroom where he literally slams his phone down. By minute 5, we're on the walk down the street. Notice the physical movement of his anger here. He's muttering to himself, physically carrying this frustration right to the source. Minute 10, it culminates in a massive argument right at the door. And finally, minute 15, the departure and total frustration. We are tracking a continuous rolling boil of tension.
All right, let's jump into Section 4, analyzing key quotes. It's time for the volley of words.
We really need to treat the sharpest barbs exchanged here with some serious analytical weight. Just listen to the contrast in these viewpoints. Scampi yells, "You had a whole bloody week." And BitterGiggleEdits454 pushes back saying, "Edits take time, can't upload every day." This hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You have the intense impatience of the modern consumer going head-to-head with the realistic logistical bandwidth of the actual content creator.
Let's really dial into Scampi's explosive initial reaction for a second. He fumes, "I waited days for my request, and this clown uploads a re-upload? Absolute bullshit." You can practically feel his rapid-fire rage here. He expected custom content instantly, and when he thinks he's being handed a lazy shortcut, his temper just spikes from 0 to 100. He is completely, totally consumed by this perceived injustice. But then, we get the editor's highly logical defense. BitterGiggleEdits454 says, "That's not how editing works. Look, calm down. You're acting like a maniac over a YouTube edit." It's such a grounding line. It's a desperate attempt to inject some reality into the chaos, reminding Scampi and us that, hey, we are literally arguing over a digital video file here, not a life or death scenario.
Which leads to my absolute favorite comeback from Scampi. When the editor tries to justify it as filler content, Scampi snaps back, "Filler content? What are you, a bloody anime?" I mean, come on, that is fantastic. It's this slightly humorous, deeply meta insult that perfectly captures the utter absurdity of comparing one independent YouTube edit to the massive, serialized television standards of the anime industry.
And as the whole argument breaks down and Scampi storms off, he drops this incredibly dramatic departing line. "God dang emotional fucking terrorists." To really lean into our literary breakdown here, we have to appreciate the gravity Scampi places on this. It is pure melodrama. He feels so emotionally manipulated by a delayed YouTube video that he uses the absolute most extreme language possible, leaving this heavy, unresolved silence behind him. So, what happens next?
Let's check out Section 5, the fallout.
Based on that lingering cliffhanger in the source text, we're left with some major unresolved tension. Scampi storms off, totally frustrated, without getting what he wanted. BitterGiggleEdits454 is just left standing there at the door with a headache and an unfinished edit. But the real hanging consequence? This massive blow-up threatens to make their relationship so much worse moving forward.
Finally, let's wrap this up with Section 6, Summary and Final Thoughts, where we pull back the curtain on the meta context.
Because here is the absolute most crucial takeaway for us. We have to reveal the behind-the-scenes reality of this whole thing. The Nicky Verse digital upload strategy document gives us a very clear, fictional disclaimer. It explicitly states that this episode is an entirely fictional story. This is a vital creator's note that safely grounds this whole emotionally charged drama right back in reality. It was all a performance, guys, designed to entertain and exaggerate a super relatable frustration.
And just to totally reassure us, the creator states point blank, I ain't mad at BitterGiggleEdits454, and he is still my friend. So despite all the screaming, the door banging, and being called an emotional terrorist, their real-world friendship is perfectly fine. It's actually a brilliant piece of meta-commentary on just how silly and overblown internet drama can be.
But within the fictional bounds of the Nicky Verse itself, we are left with this bold, provocative question straight from the text. Will Scampi ever actually get his edit, or will this argument ruin everything? It's the ultimate cliffhanger. It leaves us hooked, wanting more, and eager to see what happens next in this volatile digital friendship. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember to always look for the deeper story behind the screen.